Nequasset Brook flows from its headwaters in Dresden through beautiful forest to Nequasset Lake, which is a source of drinking water to 4 towns. The lake is formed by a dam just below the Woolwich Town Hall, and a fish ladder provides passage for American eel, blueback herring, and alewives.
The alewife spends its life at sea, and it comes inshore to places like Nequasset Lake to spawn, to lay the eggs. Along the way, for the alewife and all of the other types of fish, we have barriers, such as the dam here. Woolwich has been incredible over the centuries. They have legislated it and mandated that passage was provided over this barrier.
And you stand up there, right? And you know, and you look down and you realize that this has been going on for like 200 and some years, right? Since the Revolution for Europeans and before that with Native Americans. It's not until you look at those pictures, right, of the church, of the cemetery, of the traffic coming by, that you realize this for a long time was the center of town. And so that part I really like as a historian.
Alewives were that close to being put on the endangered species list this last winter. And they didn't in Maine because we've taken care of the alewife runs. They were closely monitored by the state. This is really a success story for the state of Maine because they've regulated the alewife runs so well. Because down south, these are in the Chesapeake, there used to be millions of bushels of them, and they ain't there anymore.
Right.
The Fish Commission is assigned the responsibility to manage the alewives' privileges, as the way it's described in the town meeting. The process that we go through is we have 5 members, we vote, we have to prepare a program plan for the state, we have to keep records, we have to allow them to sample some of the catch biologically, and most importantly, we hire a harvester. And for as long as I can remember, that harvester has been some member of the Lilly family. It's currently Herb Lilly, who's here with me today.
I got into this business with my father back in the early 50s. He lived to see this happen every spring.
The alewife are coming in, but the story doesn't begin or end with the alewife. They're just part of this significant system. And we're being inundated by seagulls right now. The osprey come in. I've seen eagles on the tree right up here.
Alewives tie our ocean, rivers, and lakes together, providing vital nutrients. They're food for many animals, including striped bass, eagles, and seals, and they provide cover for the endangered Atlantic salmon. But at this location, alewives are desired mostly as bait for the spring lobster fishery.
Well, the most exciting thing to me is to come down here in the morning and see 10 or 12, maybe as many as 14 or 15 pickups, all here waiting for bait. And you start talking to them and you realize that some of them have driven 35, 40 miles to be first in line or somewhere in line.
Woolwich is one of only 19 towns licensed to harvest the alewives, and this run is considered to be in the top 5 in the state.
I've been told that when they build more places to catch alewives, it will be like this one. So that every day fish goes in that ladder and into that lake.
When they enter the beginning channel of the ladder, they reach the first pool, which is the do or die pool. They hook left and they come into the harvest area where they become the most desirable bait around for lobster fishermen. They turn right and they start a 4 or 5 hour, very arduous journey up the fish ladder and into the lake.
As I'm watching the fish ladder, you do watch the fish during that last little 1 meter push up over the top, and sometimes you'll see them just in midstream, and you do find yourself kind of urging them on and being a cheerleader for the fish.
To gain a better understanding of the resource, volunteers are counting alewives as they pass over the top of the ladder.
My biggest number is 92 fish in over 2 10-minute periods, so in 20 minutes, 92 fish.
The fish ladder was built in 1955 and is showing its age. Concrete is crumbling and the wooden baffles require annual repair. The Bath Water District, Woolwich Fish Commission, and Kennebec Estuary Land Trust are working with state and federal agencies to design a new ladder.
There are certainly better ways to arrange a fish ladder than what exists now. We also hope that by redoing it, we'll have not only less cost for the water district, but also a more efficient ladder. The attentiveness to maintaining the fish ladder from an operational point of view, in other words, regulating the water flow, that's done by the harvester, and if we didn't have a harvester, that probably would get less attention and we'd probably have a less efficient fishery overall.
So much about the world and so much about Maine is changed, and even about Woolwich, but it's, it's that constancy that is really, appealing.
No, this is a superior run. It really has, and it's been a model for the state, I would believe.